You're watching College Football Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Chase Sr. It is 2022 National Signing Day, and coming up on today's show, we're going to take a look at the first recruiting class for head coach Brent Venables, able to have a really good day yesterday, and he looks forward to continuing that momentum, taking over for Lincoln Riley as head coach, who bolted for USC. Brent Venables, of course, the longtime defensive coordinator for Clemson under head coach Dabo Swinney, and of course does have Oklahoma ties as well. Let's first take a look at where Oklahoma sits in terms of all of these recruiting rankings, looking at the different services. The composite rankings coming in at number 9. That's a combination of all of these recruiting services coming together. ESPN at number 14, Rivals at number 12, and 24/7 Sports Oklahoma at number 12. In terms of their overall class, as it stands right now, and these things can change all throughout the day, 15 total commits, 0 5-stars, but as we've seen in the years past, sometimes it just comes down to coaching and player development. Oklahoma, a top 5 program across the nation, that can change as well. 12 4-stars and 3 3-stars. Before we continue to break all of this down, myself, Harrison Graham, are going to be going live on our main Chat Sports YouTube channel at 2:45 p.m. Eastern, 1:45 p.m. Central. Make sure you subscribe and join us. We're north of 270,000 subscribers. Our college football videos have been popping off, and you make sure you join us on our live show right here on Chat Sports. Top 10 recruiting classes right now. Oklahoma is in the mix, and they continue to really make some headway under Brent Venables. Georgia at number 1 with 27 total commits. Texas A&M has jumped Alabama under Jimbo Fisher as he continues to pluck some really good players nationwide with 22 total commits. Alabama, the Crimson Tide, sliding back to number 3. Ohio State at number 4. Texas went ahead of Penn State as they continue to get players under head coach Steve Sarkisian. That's also not factoring in them getting that commitment from Quinn Ewers with 25 total players. Penn State drops back to number 6, as I mentioned, under James Franklin, who has proven to be a very good recruiter in Happy Valley. Marcus Freeman, even without Brian Kelly, still has the number 7 recruiting class at his disposal with 22 total commits. North Carolina at number 8 under Mack Brown. Oklahoma at number 9 right now with 15 total commits. And Michigan with Harbaugh getting into the college football playoff, really climbing up these rankings very quickly with 19 total commits in the class of 2022. So are you surprised with what Brent Venables has been able to do? A lot of players have not decommitted from the Oklahoma Sooners, even with Lincoln Riley going to USC, and he's been able to flip some really good players as well. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Be sure to get your votes in the comment section right now. Let's now break down all of the recruits who are going to Norman. I had an opportunity to watch them play against TCU a couple months ago. A great college football atmosphere, and these players are going to be a part of that. Big day for themselves and their families. We start off with Gavin Sawchuk out of Valor Christian in Littleton, Colorado. Running back, 4-star kid, 5'11", 185 pounds, nationally the 73rd ranked player. Gentry Williams out of Booker T. Washington High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Really good cornerback at 6 foot, 170 pounds. You'd like to add to that frame over time, but as of right now, a very good player, the number 81st ranked player nationally. Kobie McKinzie out of Lubbock Cooper in Lubbock, Texas. Really good linebacker with some really intriguing physical attributes, 6'2", 245 pounds, the 144th ranked player nationally, a 4-star kid, 13th at his position. Jayden Gibson, West Orange in Winter Garden, Florida. Really good wide receiver with excellent size. 6'5", 185 pounds. Really good speed as well, but figures to be a very good red zone target as well. Nationally, the number 149th ranked player, 25 at his position. How about Nick Evers out of Flower Mound in Flower Mound, Texas? Of course, a lot of really good high school recruits coming from the great state of Texas, and that's where we're emanating from our Chat Sports studios in Dallas. Could he be the future quarterback to take over for Caleb Williams? Looks as though he is going to stay in Norman. Like his size, like how he can throw from a couple of different arm angles, 6'3", 188 pounds. He gets to around 200 pounds. He could be a very solid player nationally, the 156th ranked player. Jake Taylor, offensive tackle, really important for Oklahoma, especially with them shifting to the SEC. to bulk up along that offensive line. He went to the legendary high school that's churned out a bunch of really good players, Bishop Norman in Las Vegas. 6'6", 290 pounds, 16th best player at his position, according to 24/7 Sports, 157th nationally. Really good player, like that upside there. Jacob Sexton, Deer Creek and Edmond, Oklahoma, so he stays locally in state. Good get for Brent Venables to keep some of these really good players in-house. 6'5", 285 pounds, 238th ranked nationally, 18th at his position. And Kip Lewis, another really good player, along with Nicholas Anderson. Anderson from Katy, Texas. Kip Lewis from Carthage in Texas. So regionally here in the Midwest, really good players who are going to Oklahoma, going to be rocking those fresh Jordan uniforms. Nicholas Anderson, 6'3", 195 pounds, and Kip Lewis, 6'1", 200, a very good linebacker. So you're seeing here in this recruiting class under Brent Venables, I think a lot of these defensive players excited to pair up with Venables, who for really the last several years has been probably the best defensive coordinator in college football, but also able to get some of these offensive players as well. We're going to continue to break down this Oklahoma 2022 recruiting class, but first, Christmas right around the corner. Have you done your holiday shopping yet? Well, if you're an Oklahoma fan, some of these Oklahoma hoodies, pullovers, zip-ups, available right now for up to 50% off thanks to our friends at Fanatics. All you have to do, plug in that link down below, and some of this gear, that trademark Nike and Jordan gear as well. All of these deals up to 50% off. You have to plug in that link so that Fanatics knows that we sent you. It's chatsports.com/OU hoodie. I'm going to put that link in the description as well as the comment section of this video. We move forward with this Oklahoma recruiting class with Robert Spears-Jennings out of Broken Arrow in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Yet another player staying in state, a safety, 6'1", 195 pounds, really good hitter, a physical player, the 24th ranked safety according to 24/7 Sports, 266 nationally. Kaden Helms, a really good tight end, 6'5", 222 pounds. Can't wait to see what he can do, just barreling down the seam for this Oklahoma offense at a Bellevue West High School. And, man, really good player, 15th ranked nationally, 15th ranked at his position, 327th nationally, a four-star kid. And Jayden Rowe, also a four-star player, the last of the four-star players in this Oklahoma recruiting class as of right now. Another player staying in state from Tulsa, Oklahoma, went to Union High School, a cornerback, 6'3", 210 pounds. For him to already be 210 pounds figures nicely for him, maybe getting playing time right away. Wouldn't surprise me one iota if he ends up transitioning to safety, given that size. Jason Llewellyn out of Aledo, Texas, a tight end, 6'5", 240 pounds, 20th ranked tight end in the country. And I think it's a really impressive thing that Brent Venables really focusing in on these players from Oklahoma and Texas as he continues to build this recruiting class, his first as the head coach of Oklahoma. Cedric Roberts out of Hendrickson High School, defensive lineman, 6'3", 275 pounds, 82 position-wise, 579 nationally. And I think Alton Tarber, the last of the commits right now, is an underrated player out of Deerfield Beach, Florida. That region has just been churning out some really premier and elite recruits over the last couple of decades. 6'1.5", 305 pounds, not ranked nationally, but given that size, I think he can be a player for this Oklahoma defense, and Brent Venables is going to be able to take the best out of him as he continues to develop all of these players. So, among all of these recruits right now, 15 as we record this at about 11 a.m. Central Time, on the day of National Signing Day. Let me know in the comment section right now your favorite recruit for Brent Venables' 2022 class. Drop me a name in the comment section right now.